Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion plays XCOM 2. Last episode we handled, not saying we handled it well, but we handled the Avenger defense. I would like to do this, but we've got to get over there. So I'm thinking that even though I need recruits desperately, I think my number one priority is going to be getting this intel, so we can at least get one region away from the facility in New Mexico. So if somehow the Avatar project hits maximum, at the very least we just have to make contact with one region and then do the facility. Okay, so we do have a, Can you just, what do you mean continue training? You can just keep getting trained?
Depending on who you ask, psionics could be considered the aliens' greatest strength. Now our own psi operatives can tap into that same power.
Yo, Thor Larson looks like a fucking badass, man. So you can just keep training this guy in the chamber as opposed to sending him out on a mission, I guess. Let's look at our abilities. Does guaranteed psionic damage to an organic enemy, ignores cover and armor. That seems great. It's like a combat protocol. If an enemy's carrying explosives, they can be remotely detonated by the psi operative. That seems great. Completely stuns the target for one turn, but renders them immune to any damage or attack. Straight out of Mass Effect. Crazy motherfucker named Shepard. I got sheets that are printed like a leopard. I don't know. That was more of a Chuck D kind of cadence anyway. I kind of like the idea of Soulfire, man. Does guaranteed psionic damage to an organic enemy? So who would get hit by this? Mutons, shield bearers, the new heavy lancers. I don't think we need this psi operative out on a mission right away. I think, you know, why not just train them risk-free? Fuse is flipping cool, though. But who does this affect? Mutons, right? Just mutons right now, but probably more enemies later, I guess. Stasis is... I have to feel like Stasis maybe is better than Soulfire. Because imagine we have two enemies left. One of them is 2 HP, one of them is 9. We could kill the unit with 2 HP pretty easily with like a combat protocol or a frag grenade, and then stasis the other enemy with our last action, maybe avoid using a mimic beacon. So I'm going to try stasis, but admittedly, you know, I don't know. This might be the wrong decision. On our Scilab, okay, you're getting trained. Good. Alright, so I've laid out my case at least for my progression of resources. In one day, we're going to get this intel. Oh.
Putting it on screen now.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
You're too kind. Okay, dark events. New retaliation in 6 weeks. That's pretty far away. They're doing Advent rural checkpoints. Advent stifles the movement of Resistance resources, decreasing the supplies of the next supply drop 50%. Doesn't bother me. The aliens are on high alert, making it harder for XCOM to catch them unaware. I don't love it, but, you know, who knows? I'm not spending intel because I can't. And there's a supply drop, which we'll investigate soon, because we do need supplies to make the plasma weapons. But we also need intel desperately. Okay. Maybe we should do the supply drop. It's only 3 days, and we'll do that before we make contact with New Brazil. Force under strength, low intel. Yeah, I could have told you that. Okay, let's do the supply drop. Then we can at least make plasma weapons. And then we'll work on making contact. And next time, I mean, when we take this New Mexico facility out, assuming we take it out, that's 3 pips that'll go down. So that's a huge get for us. We may have a guerrilla ops in the meantime, though. Okay, we've made a flamethrower instead of a rocket launcher. The wrist-mounted flamethrower relies on a super-pressurized fuel canister and a very focused nozzle to unleash a deadly cone of fire on multiple enemies. Let's go back, because we may want to do just another cheap proving grounds project. Like another experimental grenade or armor or something. Or we can make the spider suit, which we've not done yet, or plasma grenades. More lethal and destructive weapon. Yeah, okay. I actually think that the plasma grenade is more sensible because we do use grenades all the time. Better than new medkits, better than new armor? Probably. We use grenades so frequently that this seems like the right idea. Even though it took a ton of alloys and Illyrium. Resistance concerning an advanced supply line, we should disrupt their transports. Okay, we will do this. That's fine. Operation War Slayer. Alright, so this is going to be our mission for this episode. I like the train missions, the supply line missions, because usually you get good rewards, which we could use. And also, we don't have to, we don't have to rush. So I just want to look at our forces here. Sergeant Pavlov, I'm going to remove you for a sec. Well, I'm not going to remove you for a sec, because you have to go on this mission. Unfortunately, you're shaken. We're going to take 3 grenadiers, a sharpshooter, a ranger, and a specialist. I mean, we desperately need recruits. That's going to be one of the first things we get with supplies. This mission difficulty is also very difficult, which, not thrilled about it. Flamethrower, sprays cone. Sprays flames in a cone-shaped area. I was just looking at this. It's useful against multiple enemies and at close quarters. Robotic enemies will be resistant or immune. Organic enemies may panic when targeted with the flamethrower. I love the idea of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually like it, but we do have a frag grenade as well. And in fact, I may give you like the acid grenade as well. Just so that you have something like I could give you, but you only have, okay, I see the problem. All right, so I think this is fine. You have a flashbang, you have a long-range explosive in the frag grenade, you have a close-range attack that may panic enemies with a flamethrower. Now, Queen Bee, you got the smoke grenade, you got the venom rounds, that's good enough. Minji Lee, you're gonna be rolling. This is like it's a fairly new squad for us, so I want to be sure that I'm handling this properly. You're going to be rolling a mine shield, and you maybe like the tracer round. No, Talon rounds is what we roll on our rangers. Tracer rounds just give you aim, so I feel like we should give that to a unit that can actually hold them, and that, you know, maybe a sergeant is a good choice here. We don't have the Skulljack equipped on anybody, but we don't really have a combat hacker on this mission, so maybe that's okay. Okay, so let's just go over quickly what are our squad, like, rules here. Pavlov is basically destroy cover. Jammer, he does the jammer abilities. You know, he's pretty much shooting and healing. Blitz is for flanks and guaranteed damage with the sword, I guess, if possible. Can also scout for us because they're a stealthy unit. Captain Fizzlebeef is just there to do a fuck ton of damage and light shit on fire. Tanaka Fizzle. I forgot! Right, Captain Fizzlebeef and Major Tanaka, they're an item. Tanaka Fizzle here. She's gonna be doing spread out damage to multiple units with those poison rounds, and hopefully getting a promotion this mission. And T-Rex basically exists to fuck shit up and cast a Mimic Beacon if things go horribly wrong. Let's go. I mean, it says very difficult, so I'm assuming that it's gonna be tough. The Avenger defense was, I don't want to say surprisingly easy necessarily, because we did have a lot of wounded units, but we didn't get as screwed on it as I thought, even though we did lose a unit. It was just Pablo Diaz. It wasn't unrelated to Loki Diaz, the sniper who saved our enemy within campaign. So we're just going to take this one super slowly, get the supplies. If we can get some promotions, great. If nobody's wounded, great. I wouldn't be surprised if we got introduced to a new enemy here. And I also wouldn't be surprised if we have to deal with some codices. Because we didn't have any on the Avenger defense, which was a real surprise. But this is fairly close to an A squad. Why does Fizzlebeef have blast padding? It's not blast, maybe it's armor from the exosuit, I guess. Okay, take a quick look at the map. So we're in the bottom corner, which means we can expand in pretty much any direction. That's obviously the train there. It looks like we have a little bit of an elevation advantage, so let's try to use that to our advantage. Start by moving Minji Lee over. No vision. That's okay. Jammer is a pretty risk-free move. We'll put him on the full cover over here. And as a result of this move, we pretty much defined our first kind of area of operations. We're going to be from here to here in kind of like a quarter circle radial. That little tree is not cover. Stack up our units at the half cover, so that if we do spot a unit, we can just hunker and reduce the area with which we can actually be seen. We probably wouldn't hunker though; we'd Overwatch instead, in all likelihood at least. And Pavlov, sure, just stack up here, and then we've got all day. It doesn't really have a great position, so I'll just throw him right here. Apparently there's a mod in the workshop for Overwatch All. If we do a second XCOM 2 campaign, you know, whether this one fails or this one succeeds and we decide to do a second one. I think I'll definitely start to get some of those quality of life mods. For now, you know, oh, okay, there's our first wave. It's almost not even worth breaking concealment because these guys are not that strong, but, ooh, that turret, though, is very interesting. For now, XCOM has a bit, XCOM 2, I should say, has a bit of a deserved reputation as being a little unstable. And even though I've gotten a lot of people saying, you know, oh, the mods work fine, the mods work fine, I'm just hesitant, just in case, you know.
Understood. Moving out.
Thank you. Understood. I appreciate that. You don't have vision? Again, I could have checked that in advance. Now you do. I just worry that these enemies would spot us if they walked over here, so... I mean, we can spot them if we move, which is what I'm kind of getting at here. We got, like, a lot of units that should move, but not a lot of cover to place them in. If I move you here, you will not have a shot. Or there, for that matter. Okay, I think we'll stay, like, one spot back in cover here. Just, like, slightly out of their range so that we can move into firing range on the next turn if necessary.
Position confirmed.
So, I think, weirdly enough, we're going to have these two units at the back. Oh, there's no cover there, so they can't hunker. That's fair. We're not going to pop the concealment here. Now, our real goal is going to be to kill this turret. Because, unfortunately, we can't hack the turret, so we really have no other choice than to either avoid it or destroy it. And as of right now, you know, destroying it seems like an option. Avoiding it doesn't really seem like an option.
That's affirmative.
We may actually do what frustrates people sometimes and wait a little bit on concealment. And as much as it frustrates people, at the same time, it has saved our ass in a large variety of situations. In particular on that black side mission, that was the difference between, you know, uproarious success and horrendous failure. Alright, well, these guys are all getting into the train. This doesn't benefit me very much. I still sort of feel like we just post up and wait here. And if it takes 10 turns, it takes 10 turns, right? It's not like they're getting any stronger the longer this goes on. But I really, really do not want to break concealment just to kill a turret, if that makes sense. I think we could even afford to send Minji Lee just down here a little bit. There's an advanced trooper up there. Okay, have her hunker. Just to minimize the danger to her. And then Fizzlebeef can take up her former position to get line of sight on the enemies. Enemy right now, but you get the idea. Okay, with these, I'm hoping that maybe one of them stays on the roof. Okay, we should probably pop concealment here. They're standing close together. Good opportunity for maybe Pavlov to throw in a grenade. Jammer has no shot, which is shitty, but the problem is, if we break concealment, we have to break concealment and hit the turret at the same time, you know? Like, the turret's not going to move, so it's not going to trigger our overwatches. So we have to think about this. Like, I'm thinking maybe we actually don't pop Overwatch in the traditional way. Instead, maybe we pop Overwatch with a... And this is not a good use of our actions, but, like, traditionally not a good use of our actions. But maybe we open with a face-off that gets a lot of poison damage done, you know, hits these units, they'll go hide, but then we can use all of our other actions to, like, shoot this turret and maybe, like, frag these guys down or throw a flashbang or something. So, as much as I think this is maybe a bit of a silly decision, I'm gonna give it a try, because they're gonna be behind covers starting from this point onwards, but it's the turret, man! Like, Fizzlebeef should shoot the turret. That's pretty much his job here. I mean, I guess he could open with, like, a chain shot. Tell you what, let's just take a move over here for a sec. I can't stress enough. The turret has to die. The chain shot on the turret is pretty good. Okay, I'm going to open like this. It could go horribly wrong. Let's start with the face-off. Because I want to shoot 3 units with it. I mean, it only did 1 damage to the turret, but it's 1 damage we don't have to do. We didn't quite kill the advanced trooper, but we got pretty close. Close enough that it won't take much to finish the job. Yeah, no kidding, the turret's active now. Now, our squad is still, our Minji Lee is no longer concealed. Now, all day, this is your time to strike, man. You're gonna try to shred this armor twice. 2 times 61. Don't miss the first shot. At least hit the first shot. It sounds like it hit. Okay. It would be awesome if you just did it on the second shot as well. That's alright, dude. Don't even stress it, okay? So Queen Bee... Oh, Queen Bee doesn't have moves anymore, right? Because I didn't open with, like, lightning reflexes. So that was unfortunate, is a fair way to say that. Jammer, kill the turret. That's pretty much your job in this life. Sucks we didn't hit the second chain shot because it basically cost us an action, but not an enormous problem, all things considered. Now, T-Bone, aka Pavlov's dog here, your goal is going to be, I think, to shoot a flash in here, or sorry, not a flash, but a frag in here. It gives us a unit dead plus something else. Cover and damage to the armored unit behind it. Yeah, also shredded a little bit of armor. Now, we only have 2 units left. Okay. It would be nice to kill the advanced officer. How does one do this? I think we move over here. Got a great shot at the shield bearer. Is that a 114% chance to crit? How could I say no to that? Yeah, that'll get the job done. Okay. Then we got T-Rex. I don't know. Do you just take your... I think you suppress... There's no... Like, we don't throw a Mimic Beacon. The acid grenade's not going to do it. There's no chance to crit. Are they poisoned? Even if they are poisoned, which I think they may be, they're not going to die. So let's just inflict, like, a ridiculous aim penalty on them and force them to make a move. It may choose... Oh, no longer poison. Maybe they've got, like, an armor advance or something. This guy is crunching the numbers right now. So he's probably going to mark us and then Overwatch would be my guess. Oh, mark and shoot. Yeah, there's no way... I mean, you know, kudos to you for taking the chance on it, but there's no way that shot's working out, dog. Okay, I would actually like to pick up a kill on Queen Bee, if possible. She could use her sniper rifle for once, but we could also have her take a pretty decent shot with poison chance. Okay. And then she could lightning reflexes. That's hunkered down. Alright. Good actions. First pod done. And she got promoted! That's so huge. Okay. Take some time. Reload. I love these missions where we can play enemy within style, be a little bit more defensive about things. I also love that we can take those actions and not have to reload with the gunslinger. It's so good. Now, I don't expect that that'll be the easiest pod that we face. At the same time, you know, we used 1 frag grenade. Not really a huge cost, all things considered. Sweet. No enemies. Okay, so we do some scouting here. Conceal. Immediately enter concealment once per mission.
Going dark.
People did message me and say, NL, you're using conceal wrong.
The aliens may have cleaned
What
up
is
the
this?
design, but these monsters are no better than the ones my father dealt with.
Those are floaters? These are the new floaters? Well, I mean, we actually don't want to see these guys. Because as soon as we get line of sight, you know, all bets are off, right? Look at how much HP that dude has. How far? Oh my god, okay. Well, I mean, I guess we should start moving over to where we'll at least have a height advantage.
I can handle that.
Remember, there is some incentive for us. Like, if we handle this mission properly, by Pavlov's standards, he may become unshaken. Stirred, can we say? He may become stirred.
On it.
I'm tempting fate a little bit here, admittedly. So Queen Bee doesn't have to move,
Already there.
but it would probably be advisable because she can only hit with her sniper rifle right now. Yo, that's 61 crit chance, though. Maybe we'll leave her here as almost like... You're just gonna hunker, by the way.
Scanning.
But maybe we'll leave her here just as like a basic great chance to kill that Viper instantly. And is that how we're gonna open combat? Because they're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to get to us easily. I guess the other thing we could do is just take this 72 with a 74% crit chance to open it. Then the Viper's gonna move, but I love that 74% crit chance on the Viper. So let's ambush them basically. Light ambush at least. We only grazed him. So maybe a little suboptimal. And they're gonna be pissed now. There's 2 Vipers. Alright, so as mentioned, we've never dealt with the Archon before. Archon? So I got no idea. And we can only see Vipers. So we'll be taking 100% with a 61% chance to crit. Hopefully kill one. Beautiful. That was the Archon! What am I... Oh my god! Wait, no it wasn't. The Archon moved. It may be Archon again, so I don't know. But, that was I got a little overexcited there. If I move here, you'll at least have a shot on the Archon. No? Move here, you'll have a shot on the Viper. Oh, let's start with our units that are further ahead. T-Rex! T-Rex is actually not going to be our first unit to move. Because he may just want to throw the Mimic Beacon. Alright, let's come here and maybe take a shot at this Archon with Florence Nightingale. I know nothing about this unit, by the way. Sometimes I know something about a unit. This time I know nothing. At least we didn't graze it. Yo, that unit design is real cool as well. Battle Frenzy. Not a huge fan of the potential implications of what that may or may not mean. Okay. We got Fizzly Beef. He's got a frag and a flash. But we're going for Mimic Beacon. I don't think we can hit with the... Oh my god, we can? Okay, just don't toast the cover for your other unit. I need to come back here just a little bit. This isn't burning us up, you know? I hope. We can't hit the Viper, unfortunately, but we can maybe torch their cover. Dude, that is a huge cone of flame. That's pretty fucking sweet. I may go so far as to say it's the sweetest shit I've seen in my whole goddamn life. So we got Pavlov's dog here. Thinking we put him behind this full cover. We have a Mimic Beacon in case shit totally hits the fan. I'm thinking you could throw the world's greatest frag grenade in here, because you don't have a shot anyway. Why not use your second frag to ruin this guy's life? Hopefully it does 4 damage, but I'm guessing it probably won't because it'll be like heavily armored. And then this unit would just burn to death, I think. 3 damage. So we got a choice with T-Rex. And I'm thinking this choice... Let me just look at this. Okay, I'm going to put you behind the full cover then. I'm thinking this choice is that you use your frag grenade. Even though you can shoot the Viper, I don't think this guy's going to die. So, as much as it pains me to say so, I do think you throw your frag grenade pretty much raided this Viper. Since the Viper won't be in cover, it'll be forced to move. Maybe it'll be dumb enough to move into, Wow, 5 damage. Right, because we got that extra ability. Okay, we could have saved an action with Pavlov for sure. That's good to know for the future. We left one Viper on the screen, but its cover's going to be destroyed. Please don't snake tongue attack my unit and put it into the fire. At least it didn't put it into the fire, man. As far as I'm concerned, this is a win. It did also pop another pod, which is unfortunate. But that's alright. It pops a pod on their turn. So we got outs. Start with Queen Bee. Look, again, not in love with the idea of having to use her from this far back, but it is a very good chance of a kill. Sweet. 3 units left. You've pretty much got to go back. If I could put you in a situation where you could get like a guaranteed kill, that'd be one thing. But I don't think that situation exists. So I'm going to leave you there for now. If I put you here, what do you got? You'll have vision on nobody. So let's move T-Bone up a little bit. I think we're going to use a Mimic Beacon on this turn. It's just like our units are way too far away to be functional. So it seems like it's pretty much a necessity. And it also gives us an extra turn to get our units into line of sight range. So that next turn we can just go wild on them, you know?
I'm trusting you here.
Oh, why is everybody getting the like nervous trait now? The other thing is that, you know, if we wanted to, we can go slash a dog if we have this Mimic Beacon, but I think we're just going to fall behind cover. And then maybe it's an 88% chance of a crit. But I might rather just kill the Sectoid, even though it's a 52% chance. It's a 59 with an 88% crit. But it would definitely, like, kill the Sectoid if it hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be very likely to kill the Sectoid. But you know what? Let's go for our highest percentage chance. Maybe we'll get lucky. You know, I really can't be mad with that turn of events. I said let's go for the highest percentage chance, and the highest percentage chance missed. Shit happens. Alright, Mimic Beacon. Literally, like, any form of cover would be good, but the enemies have to have line of sight on it. So there's not really great cover for it, unfortunately. I think, okay, here's what I'm going to do. As ridiculous as this is, I'm going to throw it out in the open so that our enemies have the greatest chance possible of having line of sight. And then I think, can I give, not Gremlin Heal might be fine, but I was thinking I'll give like Aid Protocol to the Mimic Beacon. And this will basically give them a mobile 20 cover. So hopefully they just, even if they're going to get hit, they won't get crit, is my thinking. Might be wishful thinking, but we'll see. I'm really interested to see what the enemies do here. That's what I figured. The Muton is going to run himself up a little bit. Take a shot. Basically feel like a huge genius right now. Sectoid now must have line of sight. He did get crit, but critted for 5 is like... it's basically nothing. This guy's got to have line of sight now too. You got hit for 3. Alright, so we sucked up all their actions there. We got ourselves into a position that's more advantageous for us. Sweet. Goodbye, Mimic Beacon. Dude, we may have only gotten those actions because of the fact that the Gremlin was there, too. Or the Gremlin combat protocol, I should say. I don't know. Shooting that barrel seems a little dangerous. Even though this is not the best way to use our sniper, I kind of feel like this is how we should do it to try to just take out one unit. 9 damage. Sweet. 1 Sectoid done. Was that a loot drop? It was a loot drop. Not my #1 priority, but not my 0th priority either. Let's be real. Are we gonna kill this? Are we gonna kill this Muton on this turn? We're certainly gonna try, right? Is there any better position we can get in to do it? Oh, Queen Bee has a free action? So we'll have her reload, and then she can probably move to get in a position that's better for later. Maybe next turn we could actually use her pistol abilities. Okay, well we have 3 Grenadiers. One of them could use a frag. Or, actually, Jammer could use a frag. But I just don't know if he can get out far enough to throw it. But either way, we're going to move him out of cover. We're kind of going to put all our eggs in this basket here, I guess. He can get far enough to throw it. I like it. It'll blow up the rock, right? It better blow up the rock. Even if it doesn't hit the Muton, giving us the flanking position on the Muton is too valuable to pass up. Good, that rock is fucked. Now, 78 with a 91% chance to crit. But before we take that, we should probably take it with Fizzle Beef. And we'll just get closer to minimize our risk of missing, even though I think you do get a movement penalty for aiming. You take a 2 times 53 or a 1 times 68. We probably only need to hit with the first shot, so... I mean, I know it's better odds, but here's the thing. People are like, it's better odds to take 2 times 53. Which it is, actually, even though you're like, well, actually, odds are independent of the shot that came previous. Except in this case, they're not. Because the second shot only fires if the first shot hits. So, I think, you know, given that it's a 50% chance, let's just take our 2/3 chance to hit once, which is way less risk for us. And it ended up being totally fine, because we got the crit on it. So it's probably a little bit of overthinking there. Now, you know, for you, I've got to be thinking that we just go up and slash this sectoid. We don't have run and gun, so the best we can do from a shooting perspective is not amazing. What about T-Rex, though? If I send T-Rex up here, does he have a shot at the sectoid? He's got to be in the cover. Well, no, he doesn't have to be in the cover. Okay, so let's have these units come up and actually take shots at the sectoid instead, because if we can do it from afar, it'd be better. I'd prefer not to hit the explosive barrel, because it'll blow up some of our supplies, I think, but... So we got Blitz and our two dogs here. Okay, let's start with the slash. This could be our last end. Oh, no, that's the explosive barrel. Why would you ever want to slash the explosive barrel? It didn't hurt you. You're standing outside the fire like Garth Brooks. Oh no, it did hurt you. And we popped a pod. Okay, we may have to say goodbye to Minji Lee. And you know what? I can't really offer the argument that it wasn't my own fault.
If you destroy them, there won't be anything left for us to recover once the area is secure.
Kill the sectoid. At least try. Alright. Minji Lee, R.I.P. I pretty much screwed you. I'm just gonna put you on Overwatch in case we get super lucky here. That was a good mission that I sent south by being a complete idiot. Hopefully she dodges a couple. Oh yeah, dude. Mind controller. Mind spin resisted, hell yeah. So at least she sucked up an action in her death. That was a good move by that Muton. Okay, now it's suppressed, or she's suppressed. Holy shit. This is a rescue mission. How in the world? How in the world does that happen? Now we just gotta stop her from burning to death. Easier said than done. Well, yeah, she's still on fire. If she shoots, does it trigger suppression? I guess we should treat that as like our secondary option. So Jammer, I'm guessing, is full-on gremlin heal here. We need to be really intelligent about the way that we handle this. Best thing we can do with Fizzle Beef is get him reasonably close and maybe throw in a flashbang, I think. Although he does have vision. There's really no need for a chain shot there. We can flash all these units. That would remove suppression. Okay, we'll think about it. Is there anywhere I can move you to that you'll have a shot? I'm gonna guess no. So I think I'm just gonna put you behind cover, but we'll wait a sec. Alright. So Jammer's almost certainly gonna go for the heal. But let's just put him over here in the cover and see how he looks. He has one shot at the advanced trooper. Again, probably going for the heal. T-Rex. T-Rex has the admirable ability here to lob some grenades over top. Like, this is a kill. A kill plus, I guess is the way I would describe it. Can we hit the sectoid and the cover of the Muton? Doesn't appear so. We can hit all their cover and that unit, which should be good. But we could also kill the sectoid and the cover of the advanced trooper, which I think is probably better. So let's launch this frag over here. I think we're going to rescue Minji Lee. I don't know what our odds were of not getting hit there, but it was pretty ridiculous. Probably should never have worked. Just start with the small move and see how it looks, because like maybe we'll have a pistol shot, but probably not. Okay, well then instead we'll wait on her a little bit. Okay, Jammer no longer has a shot. That means 100% he's doing the Gremlin heal.
Gremlin, medical detail.
T-Bone's still got a chance here. So we got Fizzlebeef, Blitz, and T-Bone, effectively. I think with Fizzlebeef, you throw the flashbang. Unless, no, the frag doesn't look good enough. You throw the flash. I'm assuming it's going to break suppression. It's going to make the Muton a lot worse. And the advanced trooper will probably be able to be killed then by Minji Lee, who can just, you know, sneak behind the cover somewhere. Don't fuck me by telling me there's no good cover now. Yeah, we'll put her here, and although we could put her like right here. But the Muton may not die. The advanced trooper will like super die. So just get behind full cover and hedge your bets. Lower your chances of hitting the advanced trooper. I don't know, dog. Actually, I think we gotta go for the kill on this Muton. The chance of critting is too good. What?
Come on!
Yeah, no, I agree. Come on. Alright, T-Bone, I'm throwing you out here as a juicy target. You also have a not insignificant chance to hit, but we're gonna use that as a suppression instead. Alright, so this dog's aim penalty is like, it's fucking hideous right now, which is lovely. This has gone completely, you know, ass backwards, and I love it. So the advanced trooper's gonna be disoriented, but he could still get a shot in. The Muton is like, he's gonna have like a -80 aim penalty. That's pretty much what we would have expected. And you know, that's the unit we wanted him shooting at anyway. Alright, let's see what the advanced trooper does. Hopefully he just goes on Overwatch. Now he's gonna take a shot at Pavlov. You know, it sucks that we got 2 soldiers injured. Apparently suppression's been removed. And he's been shaken as hell, so he's panicked. As long as you don't shoot any of our units, this is fine. Are you shooting the Muton? Or the advanced trooper? That's fine, dog. Look, we're gonna have to do some serious psychological evaluation after this mission. There may be some questions about whether or not the, you know, commander is a capable individual. Okay, Queen Bee. She got nothing. But if I move her up here, she got something. Let's be honest. We're pretty much killing everything this turn, or we got bigger problems on our hands. So, we probably should have killed it, like last turn. Fizzlebeef is kind of, he's a go-to here. Who else has a frag that can get in close? Jammer will not be able to get close enough to throw a good frag. I mean, the acid grenade shreds the armor. You know what? Yeah, okay, let's grab this loot. I at least want to get this. Illyrium core, that's fine. It basically pays for 1 proving ground research. I guess we'll throw the acid grenade, shred the muton, and kill the advanced trooper. Okay. It doesn't break the cover, obviously. We don't need to get the kill with our sniper. There we go. That should end the mission. And, you know, maybe a little bit of a disaster towards the end, but nobody's dead, and promotions have been earned. It really looked like we were going to lose a soldier there. Expect some gravely wounded, but that's alright, man. Sort of. sort of alright. The big mistake, well, let's put it this way, the big preventable mistake was going up and slashing that explosive barrel. That turned out to be a very poor decision in hindsight. I definitely would not recommend that one if you have the choice to avoid it. But we mostly still did fine. And when we get back here, we'll see how the squad looks. See if we can even field a squad. It may be impossible. But as soon as we get the supply drop done, we're building plasma weapons, which will be huge, so we can save a bunch of actions by not having to overkill units. And we will not have to overkill units with 2 units using their actions anyway. And we'll buy at least 3 or 4 more rookies and put a couple of them in training to maybe become... I mean, you probably use a second sharpshooter at this point, even though we're killing it with Queen Bee. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The gravely wounded seems correct. So she's going to be implaceable. If you score 1 or more kills per turn, you get an immediate action. And then, fan fire. Fire the pistol 3 times at the same target. That seems pretty sweet. So she's max level now. That's a lot of supplies, actually. Archon Autopsy. Force Understrength. Yeah, no kidding. These soldiers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need rookies. And we may actually have to take them out on missions. Let's get 3 rookies. And we'll put 1 of them immediately in training. What are we missing right now? 2 wounded rangers, 1 wounded specialist, 1 wounded grenadier. But T-Bone's out forever. It only takes a week for us to get our A-team back, but if they ever get, you know, a little screwed, we're in trouble. We do need a second sharpshooter, so let's put somebody in there. We can always take a rookie, as much as I'd rather not. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Wait, maybe... Let's go for the plasma rifle first, because we can use that for rookies as well. But then I'm all in on this beam pistol. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Otherwise, if you want to see more, subscribe. It helps out a great deal again, and I'll see you next time with another episode.